I have come here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and I'm all out of ass.
So here we are again. Another day, another art show.
Yeah, it feels like they live. We almost got a wire here.
I have so many things to say right now. Like, you know when you just want to get everything out at once? Just all the ideas. Just out right now.
Okay.
I love how when I say something to this guy, his first response is normally, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it always makes me feel like what I've just said is just complete nonsense, or like the words of a madman. Like, as if I've just turned around to him and said, hey, I like to eat flies.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Oh,
Grilled bugs are. I have eaten grilled bugs. I don't know how healthy the Talon flies are, but.
alright, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, grilled bugs. But they're pretty good. They taste like sort of a chips or something.
To each their
And,
own.
some nutty taste a bit. Feels a bit nutty too.
I think I'm going to be sick. Right, so, art. I've been avoiding Johan's, like, some of his artwork, because there's a lot of paintings that he's made of naked ladies.
Okay.
And I have nothing wrong with naked ladies. But talking about naked lady art is tricky for me, because I can see the beauty in it, obviously, but whenever I look at these paintings, I don't know, it just doesn't stick out to me.
Oh yeah, that is the point of the show, is your choice what speaks to you.
Right.
That works. Yeah, that's.
But I'm doing this one as a favour to you, because he really wanted to showcase some of this art. And these paintings are very good, like they're excellent. And I really tried to look for one that speaks to me personally.
Okay.
And,
yeah, that's the main point.
and
You
what
got
I
it
wanted to
right.
say to you earlier when we were talking off camera, whenever I'm in an art gallery or any kind of place where I'm looking at art, my kind of thought process is, as I imagine most people's, like you just kind of walk around and you're kind of drawn to what sticks out to you as an individual. So like even if there's a big sign that says, hey, come check out this amazing artwork, that doesn't mean necessarily you're going to look at it or like care about it. Because
Yeah. That's yeah. Okay.
that's kind of like
Kind of point. There is a point to that. I do something similar when I'm on the gallery. I check something and I pass something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's completely logical.
a man's logic.
yeah. I do something similar.
Okay. So to talk about your piece of artwork, yeah, I wanted to pick one. Well, okay. What I'll say about the female form is like from an artistic perspective. Obviously, the female form is very beautiful in general, and you know that's why it's kind of logical that so many people paint the female form and depict it, and with the human body in general, you know, it can be made to be very beautiful, it can be made to look disgusting, it can, it really does depend. And I prefer pieces of artwork like this, where, you know, it's not like the primal kind of instinct is there, of course, but like the primary focus is not, oh look, it's a naked lady, or oh look, it's a naked person. Like, because I always kind of, that's what detracts me generally from imagery of naked people, is, you know, if that's the sole purpose, okay, big deal, you know, because yeah, people are naked, we're all naked. But when you see it depicted like this, when it's kind of I don't know how to put it, like to me this kind of looks like a combination of maybe like a Greek goddess, maybe it kind of
okay.
Maybe, yeah. It's like, for some reason I just have this vibe of a woman in like the desert, and it, because of that, it brings these feelings and thoughts of like a sense of freedom and liberty, and like I like the way, you know, how this woman is kind of, yeah, very comfortable, very free, and like that to me is like the embodiment of what it means to be like naked, because, you know, unless you're a nudist, generally speaking, like 90% of the time you have your clothes on, right? So,
Yeah.
and I don't know about you, but like clothes I find are very, you know, obviously you have clothes that make you feel comfortable and make you feel like you. In many ways, some people, you know, define themselves by their clothes, but
Okay.
you know, everyone's different. But I always find that when you take your clothes off, there is that feeling of liberty, like a feeling of freedom, and I think that this piece of artwork kind of encapsulates that very well.
Okay.
And often when you see this kind of imagery with females within art, it's generally these kind of depictions of like all these different shapes and things that, you know, women usually pretty naturally do with their bodies anyway. You know, I've noticed. Like, I mean, men can do it too, but like women just seem to be more flexible. I don't know. Maybe.
That's a
up for debate.
yeah. Flexible, you mean in what?
Like in terms of
Ability?
no, like body movement, you know. And
Oh yeah,
this
that's
kind of stuff.
that's training.
Yeah,
That's
right.
based on training.
Yeah, and that's why I said like maybe it's up for debate, because, you know, there's plenty of, for instance, male gymnasts in the world, male
Yeah.
ballerinas, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, sporty something,
Yeah.
sporty activity, like.
But yeah, that was the main thing that stuck out to me, and maybe this feeling of like the sun glistening on the body and how that can kind of make the body seem more beautiful. Obviously, lighting is a big thing, both in photography and in art as well. And obviously the equivalent being, you know, brighter colours. So like in photography, it's lighting.
And also lighting. If you put the painting in a dark room,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah,
work.
yeah, of
both
course.
cases. Yeah,
But-
there's two lightings in painting.
But like-
one is depicted, and the other one is in the room.
Yeah, but like for instance, what I mean is if you would paint this, say, this woman in like black or like a sort of a grey or like a colour that's like darker and not as exciting
Yeah,
or
on black background,
well,
maybe. Then it looks like nude altar.
maybe. I don't know, my point is more that like the choice of the very bright colours in this kind of makes it more kind of exciting, maybe, makes it more aesthetically pleasing, and that to me is connected to the point I made about photography as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you use, for instance, I'm sure many of you, you know, when you take a photo of yourself, you're constantly trying to find the right lighting. I mean, sometimes I do that. I try and take a selfie of myself. I don't do it often, but when I do, I might take about 10, and if I don't like the lighting, or if I think, oh, I just look ugly, then
yeah.
I just it happens. I'm not very
Oh yeah, I lack
Massively
some makeup. I think.
maybe.
Yeah, I gotta fix the makeup and try again.
But why go to that effort for a selfie? Like,
That's a selfie professional edition.
point is, like, the lighting changes it massively, and I feel like
yeah.
the colours here that you've used have a massive impact on that, and that's to me why it makes it a really good painting. And yeah, a lot
Yeah.
to take away from such a small painting. So that's a really good thing.
In case of those small paintings, I put them many of them together. Then they're tall. I have quite a collection of them, so I have exhibited them. So they looked like a little bit like a boarded fence, but on
cool.
a much
So-
better edition, as I put a lot of them together.
Oh, nice one.
Those
man.
small ones, or maybe I put them together with some sort of silhouettes and a fish maybe, one in one side and the other side, so works as a funny combination, or
That's
in
cool.
between of regular formats. I put those for there to spice things up.
Oh, cool, man.